Hey guys, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. Well, tonight we're getting the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And of course, as you know, we dropped a new episode of Hot Messy Podcast yesterday with Kempire. It's called Keeping Up with the Kempire. So go check it out and drop those 5 stars. But in the meantime, today was a big day, not only for Salt Lake City, but we got the Real Housewives of New Jersey season 13 trailer, and it is explosive. We also have 2 new housewives and a whole new cast photo. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so season 13 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey already looks like it's going to be extremely explosive. So I feel like we should go through each cast member and just talk about what the drama is. Now, of course, we know that Teresa, Giudice, and Louis Ruelas will be getting married. And what I was shocked about this trailer was the fact that Teresa and Louis, their wedding is featured in the trailer when I thought it was supposed to be a totally separate 4-part spinoff. Now, I'm sure they're going to add the 4 parts into, like, it's going to be like a transition like they did with Tamra's wedding from the Real Housewives of Orange County. But we see they're getting ready to get married and they're in their love bubble. But not everything is bliss on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Joe Gorga and Melissa, it looks like in this moment they are like legit imploding. And there's a rumor that's been dropped. The rumor is, and it came from Jennifer Aiden, that Melissa was seen in the back of a car making out with somebody. Now, Melissa and Teresa go back and forth multiple times in this trailer, and this is like the gift that keeps on giving, which is New Jersey, but it feels really shitty to say that because we're watching a family just completely fall apart, and it's not necessarily what we want to see. But Teresa and Melissa are going at it. It's scene after scene after scene, and she's like, what do I need to do to make this right? Why won't you just leave me alone? And it's like, oh, because you guys are on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and that's not how this works. Jennifer Aiden, again, was the one who dropped the bomb, but we have 2 new girls, and I can totally see already why they're housewives. We have Rachel Fuda and then Danielle. I believe you say her last name like Cabral, something like that. I don't know. One is Danielle, and she's claiming to be Jerseylicious. And she says she talks with her hands, and you see where she's already getting in a back and forth with Jackie Goldschneider. And she's like, get your hands out of my face. And she's like, I talk with my hands. I don't know what you want from me. And then you also see Rachel Fuda, who's like, my house is not a democracy. It's a dictatorship. And I'm a dictator, and I'm going to say whatever and do whatever I want. Ooh, I don't even know how this is going to play out. I think that they actually got the casting right this time with 2 newbies who are going to be absolute forces to be reckoned with. And I can see also why Jackie Goldschneider, why she got demoted and why she would be a great supporting role. I don't think she should have necessarily have gotten fired because she did open up about a lot, like her ED, right? Eating disorder. But I think that we still need more. We need more women who are going to come in and not purposely try to challenge the group because they've seen previous episodes, but just come in and be unapologetically themselves and be able to infiltrate the group in a way that is just, that makes sense, right? We have Jennifer Aiden and her husband. Jennifer Aiden and her husband are having multiple drunk moments. I wonder how this plays out for him, being a plastic surgeon, and how much is this embarrassing for him going back to the office with having these like crawling on the ground moments. And then you see where Margaret Josephs and all of the women are talking about how drunk Jennifer is. But Jennifer is screaming at the rest of the women. And she's like, listen, I don't need friends. I have family. And she's telling Margaret, maybe that's something that you should learn because you don't know too much about that. Probably alluding to the fact that Margaret's family was split apart when she ended up leaving her ex, who recently passed away, for her current husband, Joe. Now, she talked about this in her book, and she was very open, which made it easy for the women to weaponize the storyline against her. But for her, it's not a storyline. She's like, I committed infidelity. I cheated on my husband. Here we are. And I've talked about all of it, and I'm open about all of it. But then you see Jennifer Aiden, who last year, her marriage was on the rocks because there was a rumor that came out. But Jennifer was already privy to the fact that it wasn't even a rumor. Bill committed infidelity. Jennifer already knew about this, but they made a pact to not let this get out. But unfortunately, when you start prying into other people's relationships, their lives, and their marriages, things get out there. Now, panning over to Dolores and Frank, you see an awkward dynamic building up here because Frank is like, I just want my family back. And Dolores' new man, Paulie, is in the situation, but he's in a situation that is not necessarily the easiest to navigate. And you can see where he's like, listen, I know that Frank took care of you before. I'm here now. I'm here. I can take care of you. We're going to figure out this sort of awkward dynamic, and I'm going to be the one who's by your side. You don't need to bring Frank to these group events. You don't need to go everywhere with him. You don't need to stay in the same room. I'm with you now, and I'm with you every step of the way, which I think is exactly what Dolores has been looking for the whole time. But that's not something that Frank was used to, because when we had the doc before, the one who Dolores was previously with, you saw where Frank was comfortable with that because the guy was never around. And for Dolores, she used to always kind of push it to the side and be like, listen, I have Frank, he's working. He always said his first love is work. And Frank now is like, oh shit, you have somebody who wants to be around all the time. And I'm guessing that's why Bravo and the producers let Frank bring in his girlfriend, Brittany, because that makes more sense. I believe her name's Brittany, but that makes more sense now because he has somebody who he can film with, and then he's not pressing on Paulie and Dolores' nerves. Ay, ay, ay. Now let's talk about the Giudice and Louis Ruelas of it all, because we know, according to Frank, I believe he said this on the Morning Toaster to Page 6, that there was this explosive argument that broke out between Louis and Joe where they needed to be separated. And we're guessing it's because of the cheating rumor, but I'm not quite sure because the trailer doesn't give us all that much. However, you see where Louis's like, I can just punch him in the face. And I'm thinking, Louis, he will eat you alive. He is a freaking Wolverine. Don't punch him in the face, because if you punch him in the face, he's going to dismember you. And there's a lot of anger there, and there's a lot of family hurt. You also see where Teresa's girls are telling her, listen, Mom, you only have one family member left. And then you see where Melissa Gorga is talking about how my mom has been nothing but nice to you. And it makes me wonder, did Teresa leave Melissa's mom out of the wedding? So many questions to which I have, well, I don't even have the answers. I need them, but we're not going to be getting them until The Real Housewives of New Jersey comes out in February. But at least we know going into the new year that we have a date. We have a lot going on. We have The Real Housewives of New Jersey coming, The Real Housewives of Orange County. We have The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They're going to start filming in January. We have Vanderpump Rules. I mean, there's a lot. So I don't want to, again, just put this out there. I want to hear what your thoughts are about the trailer and the two newbies, Rachel and also Danielle. We have another friend of, including Jackie Goldschneider. So there's two friends of. This is a massive cast, and I think that's exactly what we needed because we saw what happened when RhONJ had a much smaller cast. It's explosive, though. Go check out the trailer. Let us know your thoughts. We're going to be posting a poll in the community tab, so make sure to check that out, too. Happy Wednesday, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.